Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's Champions League games against Atletico Madrid and Monaco. We should, fingers crossed, be qualifying from the group today, but maybe not as first, as you'll see shortly. Before we get into today's episode properly, there are a few little things I want to talk to you guys about. The first thing is, sorry for no video yesterday. I finished work and I just really couldn't be asked. I was tired. I was so tired. I just went straight to bed pretty much. So there was no video out yesterday. Apologies for that one. However, I feel like I did deserve a little bit of a break because this has been, for me, a record-breaking month. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen me tweet about it earlier on, but this month has been literally the best month ever for me on YouTube in terms of most metrics. Views, watch time, subscriber growth, estimated revenue, like it's all gone up massively, which is really bizarre given this is July and it's meant to be the dead point of Football Manager content. So for it to be my biggest ever month on YouTube is phenomenal, and that's all thanks to you guys. Obviously, it's down to you guys watching, but to get all that views and watch time and stuff, it has to be put out. It's a very complicated system, YouTube. I don't really understand how it works, but without you guys liking the videos and commenting for the algorithm and watching loads of it as well, like it wouldn't get pushed out as much. So you guys doing all of that all the time is absolutely phenomenal. So thank you very much for all the likes and comments and everything like that. Make sure you do like and subscribe and comment on this video as well, because as you can tell, it massively helps. The algorithm has actually been really helpful and friendly to me this month. I'm not entirely sure how or why, but a video that I made over a year ago about a save that I did on FM12 has blown up this month. In the past few days, it's got like 30,000 views. And I don't quite understand how or why the YouTube algorithm has picked it up and thought, right, this video needs to be watched by everyone, but it has done. So thank you if you've watched that one in the past few days. But truthfully, it is fantastic. And obviously, this is kind of like a dream to do, you know, this and me. I'd love to know it's a full-time job at some point. And, you know, we're working towards it, and it's not possible without you. So without you, you lot will never know how happy you make me. I think that's probably the easiest way to put it. So I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. And there's a few things I'm going to be announcing. I don't like the word announcing. It sounds very formal, doesn't it? But I don't know there's not a better way to put it. So there's a few things I'll be announcing in the next month or so, probably on Twitter first and foremost. So go follow me on Twitter. The link in the description to my Twitter, at TomFM_YT. The Spanish kid who's at TomFM still won't give me the at, so I'm getting cross about that. That sounds like we've been in negotiations. We haven't. He's never responded to any of my tweets asking for the at TomFM at. So even when I tweet him in Spanish, never gets back to me. But yeah, a few things to announce over the next month or so, which will be exciting. Unless, of course, you are a Twitch subscriber or a Patreon member. Obviously, you get access to the TomFM podcast. That comes out probably it should come out in the next couple of days or so, and I will be revealing all there, so you get a bit of an exclusive on that one, I suppose. But if you follow me on Twitter over the next month or so, you'll find out a few things. And actually, I'm thinking about opening up YouTube channel memberships, which is like Twitch subscriptions. They've all got different names, these platforms, but it's kind of like a Patreon membership or a Twitch subscription. Thinking about opening that up on the YouTube side of things. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that, because I've never really wanted to like ram it down people's throats, but you know, if it's just a little button that says join, it's not too bad, is it, I think? Anyway, sorry, it went on a little bit there, but did want to just, you know, say thank you to you lot. Let's get into today's episode properly, and since you guys were last here, we've played pretty well, as you can see. We've done very, very well. You were last here for the Monaco and the Motherwell games. Following that, Scottish Premiership, a 7-1 victory over Dunfermline was fantastic before we battered Rangers 4-1 in the Betfred Cup quarter-final. We then had a clean sheet against Dundee United, which was superb, before absolutely spanking Sparta Prague 7-0 in the Champions League. That was a superb result for us. 2 3-0s in a row against Hearts and against Rangers, before we lost the game to Atletico Madrid, who were just better than us in that game pretty much. At home as well, which is a little disconcerting. So we're not top of our Champions League group, but we have followed it up with 3 4-0 victories in a row, as you can see. Hibs, Celtic, Kilmarnock in the Betfred Cup semi-final. So we go to the final of that one for the first time in a good few years. So we're dominating. We are just so good domestically. And we're kind of at the point now, right, where I just don't really see a point doing Premiership games really on episodes, because For the most part, we dominate. I feel like it might get a bit boring for you lot. Again, let me know in the comment section down below if that is the case. But obviously, the Champions League, that kind of stuff, that's what we need to be focusing on. The European coefficient points, that's what we need to be focusing on, because the main goal now is to make this league the best in the world. So as you would expect, we are top of the table by 10 points already. You know, it's going to be another league victory, hopefully, for us this season. Champions League group, though, is not quite so good for us. We sit second right now. Obviously, Atletico beat us, so they go top of the group. Hopefully, we beat them today to then hopefully go back on top of the group. Rangers, though, are having a very good Champions League campaign so far. They sit third in their group, but they are level on 6 points with Liverpool and Real Madrid. They are playing Liverpool in today's first Champions League fixtures. They beat them at home. They are now playing away, so that might be difficult. And, of course, they beat Moscow as well. Celtic, on the other hand, are having an even better Champions League. They're also on 6 points, but they are 5 points clear of Club Brugge and Porto in their group. So this could be an opportunity for all three teams to qualify from the Champions League group stages. Europa League is looking a little shaky for Kilmarnock right now. They've lost 1, drawn 2. They are still in with a shout of qualifying from their group. Hopefully they will, but it is a shame that Lyon top it on 9 points. And in the Conference League, it's looking pretty good for Hibs as well. They're currently top of their group, which is great to see. Sporting, by the way, who took the place of Hearts, I think it was. They beat Hearts in the final qualifying round. They're only second in their group because our affiliate club, St Pat's Athletic in Ireland, are top of it. And they are playing, I think, with a couple of our players in their squad. Let's have a quick look. Kieran Hanratty is one of ours, not Kevin Hanratty. He must be the brother, the regen brother of Kevin Hanratty. He's playing for them, although only on the bench by looks of things. And Francisco Perez is also one of our players playing for them. So I like to think that we are helping out the Irish here. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into today's fixture and hopefully beat Atletico Madrid. What we are able to do this season is hugely rotate the team every single game, so everyone is really fit and fighting and ready to go. Peter in goal with a backline of Van Steen, Demancic, Sandro and De Klerk. Sissoko and Tammert start in the middle with La Cruz, Cavalcanti and Lassie Alien back from an injury for about 4 weeks or so. It's his first game back, so we'll see how he plays in this one. But Varela leads the line with his 15 goals so far this season. It's also very impressive he's got 15 goals when, as I say, we have been rotating the team massively. Like Shaban and Thad McRae have played a lot of league games. Really, we only kind of play this full team in the Champions League games. But of course, when they do play, they do win like 7-0 and things like that, which is why they're getting so many goals. Anyway, as kickoff is upon us here today, the first highlight is coming towards us. Sandro into Demancic as Demancic comes forward into Van Steen. Demancic into Sissoko, back to Van Steen, into La Cruz on the far side, into Jan Cavalcanti now, who looks to drive forward in towards the Atletico area on the edge of the box, is brought down. Referee is going to signal, hopefully, for a penalty here. And this would be big news. Amazing. Checking penalty. And, ladies and gentlemen, the penalty has been given. You love to see it. Jan Cavalcanti should be taking this one. And he should be burying this one as he steps up. Sends the keeper the right way. But scores the goal. And buzz, buzz, buzz. My phone is buzzing. Where is my phone? I don't actually know where it... I've got a wallet. I'll use my wallet instead. Wait, I'm not ringing someone, am I? Oh, what am I doing? It's buzzing. This is horrible now. I just scrapped this one, so it's buzzing because the One Football app is telling me that Aberdeen have just scored a goal. You love to see it. Of course, One Football sponsoring today's video. It is the best football app to keep up to date with all of the latest footballing news, scores, and updates from around the world. You can get push notifications sent straight through to your phone, particularly for Aberdeen, because today, as you're watching this on the 31st, it's obviously happened now, but the Scottish Premiership kicks off in real life, so I've been getting updates this afternoon on the Aberdeen game when they're playing, so looking forward to seeing that one, and of course, massively helps me and my channel out if you can download the app. So there we go, seamless sponsorship integration there as Jan Cavalcanti sends his penalty into the back of the net. Also, I used my wallet there as the phone because I couldn't find my phone. I bought this new wallet recently, and it's cool because you press this slider and the cards pop out. There's no card details there, that's fine. And I thought that was really cool until I used it in a shop for the first time and I felt so pretentious. I don't know if I want to keep this wallet now because I just, in the shop, getting ready to pay, having to slide it out, and I just felt like an idiot. So I don't know if I like that wallet or not now, but I've paid the money for it, so I may as well keep it for a little bit at least. As Varela, Cavalcanti puts that one wide. We're not 2-0 up, but we should have been there. Also, looks like Lassialian, back from injury, is now potentially injured again. I think we will take him off for Thad McRae in a second. We really don't want to lose him again for a prolonged period of time. So we'll get him off just now after that Atletico Madrid free kick goes over the bar. Lassialian off, let's get Thad McRae on. But half-time, we are winning 1-0 away from home, which is fantastic. Pleased how things are going. Keep it up out there. As let's have a quick look at the half-time scores. More importantly, it's more for the Rangers and the Celtic games, although, of course, the latest scores is always broken. I cannot wait for this to be fixed, hopefully, in FM22. Liverpool just gone 1-0 up against Rangers. That's not good for how 2-0 up. You hate to see it. And Celtic also losing to AC Milan. This is not looking good for the other Scottish clubs. And it might not be looking good for us. Luckily, that free kick, or that corner, sorry, goes over the bar for Atletico. Hopefully these results aren't too bad for Celtic and Rangers. Hopefully they'll still be able to qualify from their group, as Lukaku's header is a clearance there, but Van Steen looking to bring the ball into the area, into the middle. Varela tucked it away. It was not offside. We're 2-0 up here, so we're beating Atletico Madrid away from home. I think the Champions League is done on head-to-head record, and given that we've now, if we win this by 2 goals, technically on aggregate, it would be 3-2 to us. So technically, if we do finish level on points with Atletico, we should be top of the group, unless, of course, they score a goal now, and then I'm not quite sure how it's sorted. But we'll see what happens as Atletico look to come forward. Harwood with the ball in towards Lukaku, who was not offside, putting it in the back of the net. Lukaku still going. Like, he must be ancient at this point, because I swear in real life he's like 27, 28. So this guy, Romelu Lukaku, how old is he now? 36. And he still looks absolutely insane for it as well. What a player. The important thing is, though, we have won this one, 2-1. And does that put us top of the group? People wrote us off today, but you proved them wrong. Does it put us top of the group? It does put us top of the group, which is fantastic to see. So the Champions League group, if we have a quick look, it must be sorted. If we look at rules, sorted on results between teams, but of course we've both won 2-1, so that's 3-3. It's then goal difference. I think we've both got +9, and then it's goals scored. So we must have scored more goals. Obviously we have them because we scored 7 past Sparta Prague. So an in-depth look at the group, you can see that we have scored 12 to Atletico's 9. So we're on top of the group because of goals scored. Hopefully we'll beat Monaco later on, and when we beat Monaco later on, we'll qualify from the group. Rangers are now 3 points off Madrid and Liverpool, and it's looking unlikely they will qualify, I'd imagine. I think what they need is to beat Madrid and Moscow, and Liverpool to also beat Madrid. And then down here, Celtic did lose, but they still stay second in the group, and hopefully they'll go on to beat Porto and Bruges. Europa League, well, looks like Kilmarnock lost whatever game they just played. I think it was against Hertha Berlin, maybe, because they're still on 2 points, so that's probably Kilmarnock out. We need them to keep winning now to make sure they get at least third. But Hibs have qualified from their Europa Conference League group, which is fantastic. So that's one team confirmed into the knockout stages of European football. Right, I'm going to go and play the Hamilton game and whatever game we've got afterwards off camera, because obviously the league is kind of a bit pointless doing that on episodes now. So I'll do that and then come back for the Monaco game. Although, what I will show you is that we basically do have a first team and a second team. If we go to quick pick and then go down to manage, I've got first 11, second 11. So the first 11 is what you see on the screen right now. Second 11 changes every position, and yet we still dominate. The only thing we could do with is an extra right back, because de Klerk is still there. So I like to swap him and Alexandro over a little bit. He needs a rest anyway, so I'll swap him and Alexandro over because he can play right back. Although someone was in the comment section saying he should be playing left back because he's got a very strong left foot, but also a very strong right foot too. So he can play right back and centre back. He's all over the place, basically, Alexandro. He's phenomenal. But yes, it's not actually too bad of an idea to maybe train him up to be a left back as well. But literally, the entire team changes, which is why we can stay so fresh. And I think it's probably why we are winning games by phenomenal margins. Right, so here we are, back for the Monaco game. And it's time to play a little bit of good news, bad news. Good news, we won our 2 games off camera. Hamilton 7-2, Livingston 3-0. And Alavio decided that he wants to become a striker as he scored 6 goals in those 2 games. Very good for him. Bad news, we now have injuries and suspensions to Sandro and Cavalcanti for the upcoming game, which is not ideal. Good news, our young Swedish players that we brought in who couldn't get work permits, so we sent them out on loan. We can now reapply for work permits for them. And even better news, Fox Anderson is now in the Swedish national team, which is fantastic. So we might actually get it done. Bad news, Robin Westerlund is not yet in the Swedish national team, so we can't probably get a work permit for him yet. And I guess even more bad news, it's not likely he'll get any national team caps, as he's only played 5 games for Le Havre this season. Fox Anderson has only made 2 substitute appearances, which I'm very unhappy with. I am tempted to recall them both from loan, but of course if they can't get work permits, they can't play in Scotland, so we'll probably have to leave them out there. But good news, they are actually improving a little bit, as you can see from these graphs. Not hugely, but they are improving. I think that's all the news. All the good and bad news. So it should be okay. Obviously, Jan Cavalcanti will come off for Thad McRae. And Lassialien actually will play him for the first half. Apparently, he can play 45 minutes. You can see that above my head. Sandro is suspended though, so Admilson will come on for him, which is a fantastic substitution anyway. But it means we can bring Tom McIntyre onto the bench and we can bring Jez Finley onto the bench as well. So as kickoff is upon us here today, this is hopefully going to be us qualifying for the knockout stages of the Champions League. Now we won't know if we've come first or second in the group yet, because obviously that will probably come down to the final game of the group stage. But at least we will have qualified, and that's the main thing, as Admilson opens up the scoring against Monaco. Apparently, the referee is worrying about something. What's he checking the VAR for? An offside? You can't be offside from a corner, surely. There's players on the line. Who's offside here? Right, Tam McLumper's not got involved there. That is absolutely ridiculous. Hopefully we'll score from this corner instead. Demancic puts it over the bar. I think Demancic is now up to 8 or 9 goals for the season. It's annoying me now that I don't know. Demancic, where is he? He's got 7 goals for the season. I mean, that is still phenomenal for a centre-back, to be fair. Absolutely phenomenal. Estad McRae on the ball. Into De Klerk. Can't get it into the middle. Sissoko on the ball. Come on, lad, into Tom McIntyre, into Le Cruz, into Thad McRae, into Varela, into Van Steen. Beautiful passing as Le Cruz now shoots at the near post. It bounces around the area, somehow doesn't go in at the back of the net. And that highlight is over as we approach half-time. Although, more highlights still to come. The throw-in, not the greatest in the world, as McLumper gets it back to De Klerk on the byline. Into Thad McRae, who shoots, misses. Another opportunity missed there, but we are absolutely dominating this game. You can see 10 shots to 0 shots. We've had like 67% possession as well. We are all over Monaco. We need to get the goals in the back of the net. There was Van Steen. Thad McRae shoots, scores, 3rd of the season for him. You love to see it. 1-0 up. Immediately afterwards, though, there is another highlight as Pablo Fornells looks to bring it forward for Monaco. Gets it out to Liao on the left-hand side. Alien with a good challenge, though, as he gets it into De Klerk. And now Tam McLumper can bring the ball out down the right-hand side of the pitch. Thad McRae now cutting inside. Gets it to Varela. Varela can come to the left-hand side of the pitch. Go on, lad. Do something clever with it. This isn't too clever, boys. Can we do something even cleverer with it? That's quite clever, winning a penalty. You love to see it. Jan Cavalcanti's not on the pitch, so I'm not entirely sure who's taking the penalties if it's not Jan Cavalcanti. It could be Admilson, because Admilson is weirdly good at penalties. It might be him. I can't remember who it... Or it could... I don't know. We'll find out in a second, because the penalty has been awarded, and it's going to be Sissoko on the penalty. Go on, lad. Bury this one. And he does. That was a powerful penalty. Low, driven hard into the back of the net. And that's his 5th of the season. So we do go top of the group as things stand right now, which is great. And I've just seen, actually, it looked like Monaco's goal difference has gone down. So are they now losing as Varela almost scores a great goal? Second half underway then as Lassialien gets it into Le Cruz. Le Cruz to Lassialien. As Alien into De Klerk, gets it out to Thad McRae, who can put a ball into Varela, who puts it wide again. He keeps doing that. He keeps putting it just wide of the mark. We've seen it 2 or 3 times in today's episode already. Hopefully he'll get some goals towards the end of this one as Van Steen this time brings the ball down the left-hand side into La Cruz on the edge of the area. Tam Lumper now shoots from just behind the penalty area there, penalty spot I should say, gets his goal, and Tam Lumper now on the score sheet. I think Tam is probably one of my favourite regens I've ever had in Football Manager. He's just so solid. From season 1, he just came through that youth intake and has been phenomenal. And he is an absolutely integral part of this Aberdeen team. Like, I just love that he's actually that good. You know, because often you'll get regen days come through and they'll be good for a season or two and then drop off and you have to buy new players in. He's been a staple every single season. Like, he's one of the first names on the team sheet every single time. And I love it. He's like an Aberdeen born and bred player. You love to see it as Thad McRae can't score this time. The chances we are creating for ourselves are phenomenal. Our XG must be through the roof, but we can't seem to finish all of the chances. Can we win that ball? We can't win that ball. Monaco looking to get a Varela there. Should be in the box, he's the striker, but was defending there and got a great tackle in. It could actually be a free kick. That might be a free kick for us, actually. I don't know. But as Monaco looked to come forward, I thought it was a great tackle. La Cruz on the ball, tackled. You hate to see it. Monaco looking for a consolation goal as Tammy Abraham, of all people, scores the consolation goal. Lassialien on the ball into the middle, cleared out from the back, but La Cruz now on it. Into Demancic. Demancic to La Cruz. La Cruz in the middle. Varela still can't get the goal. Tam Lumper puts that one wide. Varela's just been unlucky today. He's had a fantastic game with plenty of chances created, but he just can't seem to get it in the back of the net. But in the end, we do win the game 3-1, and that qualifies us from our group. We're currently top of it, I believe. However, we might drop down if we don't do a good job against Sparta Prague, but we should do. What about the other teams? It's getting tight. It's getting tight in Group A. Madrid on 12 points, Liverpool on 9, and Rangers on 9. Rangers need to beat Real Madrid in order to qualify. They can't do it on goal difference. What do they need then? So, let's have a quick look. Let's just filter it out by Champions League results so it's a bit easier to see. Right, so they beat Moscow twice. Great. You love to see it. They beat Liverpool 2-0 but then lost 3-0, so on head-to-head record, they'll be down there. If they want to qualify, they need to batter Real Madrid because they're currently 4-1 down. They'd need to win 4-0. They are at home, but I can't see them winning 4-0. I really hope they do, though. Celtic, though, have qualified, which is fantastic. Only second, but they've still qualified, so that's 2 teams guaranteed Champions League and knockout football. Europa League. It's not impossible for Kilmarnock. It's not impossible, but it probably is impossible for them to qualify now that they are 4th in their group on 3 points. 3rd is the most likely option. Who do they play in their final group stage game? Lyon, who have won every single game so far. So this could be goodbye to Kilmarnock. And then in the Conference League, yes, Hibs have qualified too. So at the moment, we've got... It looks like 2 in the Champions League. I imagine Rangers will probably go to the Europa League. So 1 in the Europa League and then 1 in the Conference League. So pretty decent, actually, qualification rounds, group stage rounds. What was I trying to... pretty decent group stage. Next time, we will come back for... Actually, probably, we may as well do Motherwell in the Betfred Cup final and then that final Sparta Prague game. Why not? I know it's a pretty quick turnaround for the next episode. I know it's only 2 games before the next episode, but it is a cup final. And we don't normally do very well in the Betfred Cup in recent years. Past winners, we've not won it for 6 seasons. And we've probably been knocked out in the second round in the past 3 seasons. So actually, it'd be pretty nice to be in the Betfred Cup final and get some silverware, fingers crossed. So thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, make sure you do drop a like on today's video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.